Good day and welcome. Let me ask you something that might catch you off guard. What if the moment you finally retire, after years of working, saving, and planning, actually marks the beginning of a slow and silent threat to your health? Now that might sound dramatic, but the truth is, many seniors pass away within just 5 years of retiring. That statistic isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to shine a light on something we don't talk about enough. Retirement should be a peaceful, fulfilling stage of life. But for too many people, it becomes the start of something far less positive. The days grow quieter, the routine fades, and without realizing it, health begins to slip. Not because of age alone, but because of changes in lifestyle, purpose, and connection. This video is here to offer more than awareness. It's about giving you tools, practical, science-backed changes that can truly shift the course of your retirement years. We're going to walk through 4 specific lifestyle changes that are proven to protect your health, strengthen your body and mind, and help you live not just longer, but better. These are habits that many older adults across the country have used to stay sharp, stay connected, and stay in charge of their lives. And if you're someone who wants to enjoy retirement for years to come, traveling, laughing with family, staying active, then you're in the right place. Feel free to subscribe if that's your goal. Here we focus on realistic, helpful guidance that actually works for people your age, right now. So let's get started with the first lifestyle shift. It's one that doesn't involve exercise or diet, but it may be the most important factor in keeping your mind strong and your life full. Number 1, reignite your purpose. When someone steps away from a job they've had for decades, it's easy to underestimate just how much that role shaped their daily rhythm, their sense of contribution, and even their identity. Work fills our days with structure. It gives us goals, interactions, and a sense of accomplishment. And when that suddenly disappears, it can leave a wide, empty space that many people don't know how to fill. What often follows is something quieter than illness, but just as dangerous. Boredom, isolation, a sense of drifting. Studies from the National Institute on Aging have shown that when older adults lose that sense of purpose, their physical and mental health begin to decline more quickly. It's not because they've retired, it's because they've lost what used to give their days direction. Michael, a 68-year-old from Denver, Colorado, knows this story firsthand. After retiring from a 40-year career in insurance, he suddenly found himself with long, empty days. No meetings, no clients, no deadlines. At first, he welcomed the rest, but after a few months, he noticed he was sleeping more, eating poorly, and struggling with a nagging sadness that he couldn't explain. His daughter gently suggested he try volunteering. Reluctantly, he agreed to help out once a week at a local animal shelter. That was 3 years ago. Today, he's there every Monday and Thursday, walking dogs, helping with paperwork, chatting with the staff. He says it's the one thing that got him back on track, something small but meaningful. You don't need to make a grand gesture to feel that same shift. Start with something you enjoy or something that makes a difference to someone else. You could help out at a local library, read to children at a nearby school, or tend the garden at your church. If leaving the house is difficult, there are organizations that let you volunteer from home, writing letters, mentoring online, or even just checking in with other seniors who feel alone. Another simple but powerful option is keeping a purpose journal. Each morning, before turning on the news or making your coffee, take a moment to write down one reason to get up that day. It could be as simple as calling a grandchild, baking a favorite recipe, or finishing a puzzle you started last week. That tiny act of intention shifts your mindset. It tells your brain and your body that the day matters, and so do you. This isn't about staying busy. It's about staying connected to something that makes you feel needed, appreciated, and alive. Whether it's a hobby, a project, or helping someone else, having something to look forward to adds energy and structure to your day. So take a moment now to reflect. What gets you excited to wake up in the morning these days? What used to make you feel proud or useful before retirement? And is there a way to reconnect with that, even in a small way? Because finding purpose doesn't require a paycheck. It just requires presence. And once you find that spark again, everything else starts to feel a little more possible. Number 2, Stay social, stay alive. Many people think of loneliness as just a feeling, something emotional that comes and goes, but science paints a very different picture. According to both the Centers for Disease Control and Harvard Health, social isolation is as harmful to your body as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's not just a startling comparison, it's a clear warning. Loneliness isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Being socially disconnected increases your risk of heart disease. It raises your chances of developing dementia. It can even lead to depression, which often goes undiagnosed in older adults. And the tricky part is, this kind of decline happens slowly. One day blends into the next. You think, I'll call someone tomorrow, and before you know it, a week has passed with little real conversation. But it doesn't have to be this way. Janet, a 72-year-old from Tucson, Arizona, had never thought of herself as lonely. She and her husband had been together for 45 years. When he passed away, she kept up appearances, grocery shopping, church on Sundays. But something was missing. Her doctor noticed her blood pressure was climbing, and she admitted she'd been feeling down. He suggested something simple: movement and connection. So she found a local walking group for seniors. The first walk felt awkward, but the second time, someone remembered her name. By the third week, she was chatting easily as they walked. Not only did her mood lift, but her blood pressure came down too. Human connection can heal in ways medicine alone can't. And the good news is, it doesn't take a crowd to feel the benefits. Even one meaningful conversation a day makes a difference. Pick up the phone, call a grandchild, a neighbor, an old friend. Don't wait for someone else to reach out. Chances are, they're waiting too. If you prefer face-to-face time, consider joining something light and fun. Many community centers now offer Tai Chi, gentle yoga, or walking clubs designed specifically for older adults. Some towns even host storytelling nights or book discussions. And if you're shy or not sure where to start, take a small step. Attend just one event and see how it feels. You might be surprised how quickly familiarity grows. To help gauge how connected you really are, here's a quick quiz. How many different people have you talked to in the last 3 days? Not just shop clerks or quick greetings, but real human conversations. If the number's low, that's okay. It's a signal to take action, not a reason to feel guilty. Try setting a small goal, one conversation each day. Maybe it's a coffee date on Tuesdays or a regular call with someone on the East Coast. Even exchanging letters or emails can help keep your social muscles strong. Connection is a habit, and like all habits, the more you practice it, the easier it gets. Your body benefits, your brain stays sharper, and most importantly, you feel more alive. Not just surviving each day, but genuinely living it. So take a moment to look at your week ahead. Where could you add just one small moment of connection? A phone call, a shared walk, a card in the mail? Because the truth is, staying social isn't just about chatting, it's about staying alive. If you're finding this video helpful so far, let us know by giving it a thumbs up. It really helps this kind of information reach more people who might need it. And take a moment to share your thoughts. What's one habit you're thinking of changing or improving now that you're retired? Maybe it's something small, like walking a bit more, or adding a new veggie to your plate. We'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And if you know someone who's just stepped into retirement, consider sending this video their way. A small tip today could make a big difference in how they live tomorrow. Number 3, move daily, even just a little. One of the most common health traps after retirement is slowing down too much. Not because of laziness, but because the usual reasons to move, commuting, errands, daily responsibilities, start to disappear. Without realizing it, the body begins to stiffen. Muscles weaken, balance fades, and soon even simple tasks feel harder than they used to. The Mayo Clinic has made it clear, physical inactivity is one of the leading causes of premature aging. And it's not just about joints or flexibility. Movement affects nearly every system in your body. It keeps your heart stronger, your memory sharper, your digestion smoother, and your mood more stable. Even a little bit of regular movement can reduce your risk of chronic diseases, improve sleep, and protect against falls. Roger, a 70-year-old from Miami, Florida, didn't think of himself as out of shape. He'd worked construction most of his life, but after retirement, his days got quieter. No job to report to, fewer reasons to leave the house. He started feeling stiff in the mornings and caught himself reaching for the wall as he walked down the hallway. His doctor didn't prescribe medicine. Instead, she said, "Start by walking to your mailbox." So Roger did, just 5 minutes a day. The first few times he felt silly, but he kept it up. Then he added a loop around the block, and eventually he was walking a full mile every morning. He says the real win isn't the distance, it's the fact that he hasn't had a single fall in over a year. The key is to start small. You don't need to join a gym or sign up for an intense fitness program. Begin with something manageable. March in place during commercials while watching TV. Walk slowly up and down the hallway a few times a day. Try standing up from your chair without using your hands just once an hour. These small actions activate muscles, improve circulation, and signal to your brain that your body is still working for you. If you're looking for low-impact options, chair yoga is a great place to start. It involves slow stretches and breathing, all from the comfort of a sturdy chair. Many local community centers and libraries now offer free or low-cost sessions tailored for older adults. Water aerobics is another excellent choice, especially for anyone with joint pain or arthritis. The water reduces pressure on your body while still giving you a good workout. In places like San Diego and Tampa, senior centers often hold morning classes in heated pools, making it even easier on the joints. And here's something to think about right now. Have you moved your body yet today? Even just standing up, stretching your arms overhead, or taking a walk around your living room counts. Movement doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. Try building a short routine that you can repeat every day. Maybe you start with 5 minutes of stretching right after you brush your teeth, or a 10-minute walk after lunch. These anchor points in your day help create structure, and structure supports habit. If you live in a multi-level home, use the stairs as gentle exercise. Go slow, use the railing, and only go as far as feels comfortable. Over time, this simple action can boost leg strength and improve balance. There's also a mental benefit to movement. Physical activity releases chemicals in the brain that help you feel calm and focused. It's one of the best natural remedies for mild depression and anxiety, especially in older adults. So whether you're moving a little or a lot, the important part is to keep going, because each step you take today helps protect your freedom tomorrow. You'll move with more confidence, feel more stable, and reduce your risk of falls, one of the biggest threats to senior independence. So go ahead, look at your day ahead. Where can you add a few minutes of movement? Because even a little effort adds up, and your future self will thank you for every single step. Number 4, eat for energy and longevity. What you put on your plate each day does more than fill your stomach. It shapes your future. A poor diet doesn't just lead to weight gain or sluggishness. It speeds up aging, weakens your immune system, and makes it harder for your body to fight off chronic illnesses. According to the Cleveland Clinic, nutrient-rich foods help lower inflammation, protect against heart disease, and even sharpen memory. Unfortunately, many older adults fall into the convenience trap. Frozen meals, processed snacks, and sugary treats are easy to reach for, especially when cooking for one or two feels like too much effort. But over time, those shortcuts take a toll. You may notice more joint pain, slower healing, or a general sense of low energy. And often diet is at the center of it. Take Patricia, for example. She's 74 and lives in Asheville, North Carolina. After her husband passed, she started relying heavily on frozen dinners. They were quick, didn't require much cleanup, and seemed to hit the spot. But over the course of a year, she gained weight. Her knees ached constantly, and she felt tired by noon. Her doctor suggested a shift. Fewer boxed meals, more fresh produce, and legumes like lentils and chickpeas. It wasn't overnight, but she started with simple swaps: spinach instead of iceberg lettuce, beans instead of processed meat. 4 months later, not only had she lost 12 pounds, but her joint pain had decreased, and she had enough energy to take walks every afternoon. Eating for longevity doesn't mean strict diets or cutting out everything you enjoy. It's about adding more of the good and slowly replacing the not so good. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard provide vitamins and minerals that keep your bones and brain strong. Berries are packed with antioxidants that fight cellular aging. Beans offer fiber and protein to support digestion and heart health. And don't forget omega-3 rich foods like salmon, walnuts, or ground flaxseed. These help protect your brain and reduce joint inflammation. The key is to keep it simple and colorful. Look at your plate like a rainbow. How many different colors are you eating? The more variety, the more nutrients you're likely to get. Here's a quick quiz. How many colors did you eat today? Aim for at least 4. For example, green spinach, red bell peppers, orange sweet potatoes, and purple grapes. That's already a win. If changing your diet feels overwhelming, start small. Pick one thing to improve each week. Swap white bread for whole grain. Replace a sugary dessert with a bowl of berries. Instead of soda, try a glass of water with lemon. These little changes add up, especially when they become habits. Cooking doesn't have to be time-consuming or complicated. Try prepping a big pot of vegetable soup on Sunday that can last several meals. Or roast a tray of mixed vegetables, carrots, broccoli, zucchini, with a drizzle of olive oil and a sprinkle of herbs. Store leftovers in containers for easy meals later in the week. When you're stocked with healthy options, it's easier to make better choices. And don't forget hydration. As we age, the sense of thirst weakens. Many seniors walk around mildly dehydrated without even knowing it. Keep a glass of water nearby throughout the day. Herbal teas count too. Staying hydrated helps with digestion, energy levels, and even memory. The truth is, food is one of the most powerful tools you have to influence how you feel. It's not just about weight, it's about your energy, your strength, your ability to stay independent. When you fuel your body with what it needs, it pays you back in vitality. So the next time you open your fridge or head to the grocery store, think about what you're choosing. Are these foods helping you live stronger and longer? Because every bite can either feed disease or feed health, and you get to decide which it will be. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to look back at what we've covered today. First, reignite your purpose. Whether it's volunteering, teaching, or starting a new hobby, doing something meaningful every day gives structure and joy to your life. It gives you a reason to get out of bed with intention. Second, stay social. Loneliness isn't just a feeling, it's a health risk. Staying connected with others, even in small ways like joining a group walk or calling a friend, has real power to protect your heart and your mind. Third, keep your body moving. You don't need to run marathons or join a gym. Gentle daily movement, whether it's a short walk, some stretching, or a dance in your living room, helps maintain your strength, your balance, and even your memory. And finally, eat smart. Every bite you take either builds you up or wears you down. A colorful plate full of fresh, whole foods supports your energy, immunity, and longevity. The way you eat fuels the way you live. These 4 lifestyle changes may seem small on their own, but together they form a powerful foundation. They work together to help you not just add years to your life, but add life to your years. Retirement should be a time to explore, to enjoy, and to thrive, not to decline. So now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these changes are you already doing? Or which one do you want to start with? Leave a comment below and let us know. Your story might encourage someone else to make a change too. If this video gave you something to think about, click the like button. It helps get this message out to more people who need it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for more practical, trusted advice on senior health, safety, and wellness. We cover the topics that matter most to living a longer, stronger, and more independent life. Retirement isn't the end of the road. It's a fresh chapter, and what you do with it can make all the difference. You can beat the odds. You can rewrite the story, and we're here to walk with you every step of the way.